You're watching Fugitive Redeye, and welcome to another Redeye Raw. Today I'm going to be talking about modern gaming, but before I jump into that, just want to say a couple of things real quick. I know some people, particularly Andy, did actually ask a while back why a lot of my videos are age restricted right now. Just want to be clear on that. The reason for that was originally copy protection, partially because I didn't want anything to happen to my channel while I was away. Since I'm not fully back, I don't know if I want to take the time and fix all of them just yet. But eventually I will go back and be picking and choosing which ones to leave age restricted and which ones not to. Because I'm going to leave some of them age restricted, like the hentai reviews and stuff like that, things that should be age restricted probably. So I will fix that eventually, but that probably won't be until after I decide to make a full return, because that's going to take some effort, because I have over 1,000 videos to sift through. See, changing them all to age-restricted was pretty easy. I just selected all, but I don't want to do that because there's some that do need to be age-restricted. Also, later tonight, I will be resuming my Dumb Angel Happy Appy sequel. The creepypasta. So Happy Appy 2 Dumb Angel. I'll be doing a reading of that tonight. I've actually already recorded and edited that, but the reading will go up tonight once I get home from work. It's been over a year since I've done a reading of Dumb Angel, so I think it was about time that I got back to it. I'm on part 5 of the reading so far, and I still don't even think I'm halfway through because Dumb Angel is really fucking long, but we're still going with it, going full force, because no one else has done a serious reading of it. See, everything else has either been like a drunken podcast or like a half-assed attempt. No one's done like a full-on reading of Dumb Angel before. I mean, obviously the reason for that is because Dumb Angel, like Happy Appy itself, are both made for, to intentionally be bad. They were both written as kind of troll pastas. But anyway, look forward to that later tonight. Anyway, into the meat and potatoes of this video. Modern gaming. As many of you know, I don't play a ton of modern games, especially not on the channel. And I dropped the phone there, but this is the Redeye Raw, so that's going to be left in. But I used to play games quite extensively. I used to be very hardcore into gaming when I was a teenager. Particularly in the days when the Xbox 360 was the current generation, and I played a lot of that online. I also played games prior to that on the original Xbox, Nintendo 64, and PS2, as well as several other consoles, but if I went into every console, that'd take fucking forever. But anyway, video games are a big thing that I really like. I've always been a fan of, RPGs, first-person shooters, adventure games, all sorts of different things. I've played a variety. My favorite game of all time is Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I'm also quite keen on, Knights of the Old Republic, Halo, lots of things. If I went into all the games I like, that'd take forever too. But I do have some opinions about modern-day gaming. There are still good games that get made. I'm not going to pretend there's not. There's still quite a few that do get made. But I don't play video games anywhere near as much as I used to. I do not consider myself a gamer, partially because I think it's kind of a stupid term that's become just a meme. But partially because I don't play games as much as I used to. Anyway, point is, modern gaming, I definitely have some issues with it. For instance, as a matter of principle, I have never paid money for a game that is online only. I refuse to, because if the internet stops working, you're not going to be able to play, and I'm just not for that. That's not to say that there aren't good online-only games. I've played quite a few that are free to play, or that have been given to me. But I refuse to pay money for an online-only game, and I don't typically play online-only games for very long, if at all, if they're given to me or whatever. In my opinion, gaming has become far too multiplayer-focused, and single-player games have kind of died out. That's not entirely, taken over. In fact, single-player games are kind of making a renaissance or a resurgence. We've seen a few more recently, with, some From Software games, stuff like that. Cuphead has a single-player element that's a heavy part of it. I think it's also multiplayer, but it's, single-player focused. Wolfenstein and Doom, their reboots have both been fairly heavily single-player. In fact, Wolfenstein isn't even multiplayer, which is fine by me. But I think as a whole, gaming is a lot more multiplayer-focused. With things like Battle Royales and shit like that, which I don't like Battle Royales as a genre. They bore the shit out of me. I can't stand them. I played PUBG for 10 minutes, and I hated it. It bored me. I did not like it. And I didn't even bother touching Fortnite, because, Fortnite. And everything's just kind of samey. It's all, multiplayer. And, because it's all multiplayer, they have to find ways to exploit that, too. They're like, hey, let's have loot boxes in the game, microtransactions. Micro-fucking-transactions galore. There's a lot. Every game has DLC that's already on the disc, but it's hidden behind a paywall now. And, of course, like I said, there's all sorts of loot boxes and microtransactions in general, which I fucking hate. I miss when games used to just have, unlockables that you would unlock within the game. That was like a staple back in the day, and it's like almost a foreign concept now. Like, there's still a few games that have it, but still. It's a rarity now. You never fucking see, like, games that you just unlock all the stuff within the game. Hey, the game's here, it's all on the disc, it's all good to go. No, you gotta wait for these updates. You gotta wait for patch 4.7. You gotta wait for DLC Pack 3. You gotta wait for Combat Pass 3. Fucking... Gotta download all the characters. Gotta download all the maps and all the fucking levels and shit. Gotta download all the loot boxes. Get all that cosmetic shit. Gotta get all that pay-to-win shit. Not to mention, there's also mobile gaming is a huge thing now. I don't care for mobile gaming. Never have. Like, I've played games on, iPods and phones and stuff before. But it's not, like, a substitute for actual video games. Most mobile games are crap. There's a few good ones out there. Like, I'm not going to pretend that, like, everything that's on mobile is bad. But the only ones that I've really found that are genuinely good are typically ports of existing games from consoles that have just been ported to mobile, through, like, emulated software. And, of course, every company has got to have, like, all these games pushed out for specific deadlines, and shit gets rushed. And everything's the same, like, Call of Duty had a game every year. Do they still do that? I don't know if they do. I think they might have toned it down a little bit, but they had a game every year for a while, which granted wasn't like a super new thing, but, then Assassin's Creed had the same thing for a while until they stopped. A lot of independent games are rising, which I think is great. I think that's one of the really good aspects of modern gaming. You get things like Untitled Goose Game, which fucking great. That's a great game. And I like just how, a lot of different, like, anyone can make a game nowadays and release it on the internet. I mean, that's the beauty of things like Newgrounds or, fucking Sploder if you want to get real retro, but when it comes to PC, almost anyone can make a game if they have the engine for it. Like Unity, pretty much anyone can use Unity and make a game. I'm not too familiar with how to do it, but people do it all the time. So yeah, as a whole, I've got a lot of issues with modern gaming, but there's still good elements of it out there. And although I'm not as into video games as I used to be, I definitely still play from time to time. In fact, I've been playing the Call of Cthulhu 2018 game, not to be confused with the other Call of Cthulhu game, Dark Corners of the Earth, which I've streamed on the channel before. No, I've been playing the other one, the role-playing, puzzle survival stealth game, and it's really fun. I'm going to keep playing that. I also just finished replaying Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I played through Knights of the Old Republic 1 as well. Don't worry, I haven't touched my save file for the stream. That's a separate save file, and I will still stream through it, and then eventually stream through the second one as well. Forgot how anticlimactic the ending to the second one is, though. That's something. But anyway, yeah, modern gaming, there's a lot of shit that I don't like about it, but there's still a few diamonds in the rough out there. Ultimately, I don't like video games as much as I used to, but hopefully it gets better, and hopefully, we still continue to see these gems poke through, We see more Untitled Goose Games and less Fortnites. Anyway, that's enough of this shit. See you later.